Magician!
Hey YouTube, Dark Magician 84 here with Dark Magician. And welcome to a pre-tournament vlog. God, it's been so long since I've done one of these. So yeah, at the time of recording, the tournament will start somewhere within the next 4 hours. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm feeling nervous about it. As like I said already, I've not played in a tournament since January. Yeah, I feel like I have picked a bad time to come back, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway and achieve my missions. Like, I use this funny old card against Tearlaments. Doesn't matter if I win or lose against it. I just simply want to use that card. Now, I have been told that they play along game 1 and that I should have something to alter life points. I'm struggling to think of something, to be honest. I'm thinking of Ceasefire, but I don't actually remember if monsters have to be face down in order for it to be activated. Like, I don't think you do, but it's probably a bit late to find out. I'll just have to wing it. Yeah, I'm gonna use Dark Magician for this one. God, I haven't played in a tournament with Dark Magician since like at the end of February in 2020. So yeah, it's been a while. Now, I have been warned about some other decks that might pop up. One of which is this deck that can apparently seal up some card zones. I think it's Castria? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I mean, I don't know if I will, but it's a possibility. Bestials is something to watch out for as well, because apparently they have monsters that can special summon themselves by banishing a light or a dark from either graveyard. And unfortunately, since I'm using Dark Magician, I'm going to be at a disadvantage, and it'll just be so infuriating if my Dark Magician gets banished. But it's a risk I'm going to have to take, because I chose Dark Magician specifically for this other secret mission that I'm on. And not only that, it's the best deck I have. Like, I'm not saying it's out of Dark Magician bias, I'm saying it because it's true. It is the best deck that I have. Or if not one of the best, for sure. And the one I'm most familiar with. Now, I did make some adjustments to the deck specifically for the tournament, and I hope my side deck will be good enough. And of course, other things to watch out for will be Flunderies, Sword Soul, and Draco Slayer. Apparently, I'm hoping I'll at least avoid Flunderies and Sword Soul, as like I absolutely hate Sword Soul, and I've heard horror stories about Flunderies, and I know what they're capable of. So I would like to avoid those if possible, but if I do get the match up, then I want to be ready for them. So hopefully what I have will be good enough. Of course, there is also a chance I might encounter some random rogue decks. If there's anything I've learnt from one of the tournaments from last summer, it's to expect the unexpected. As I just wonder whether or not Brian, Cookie, and their friend Damien will enter again. Like, if they do, then I predict Brian will use either Kaiju Scraps or Sky Strikers, both of which being decks that I really fucking hate. So hopefully I'll avoid those, although I think I'd rather deal with Scraps than Sky Strikers anyway, since Sky Strikers are just disruptive as fuck. Now, I know Cookie used Karibo for the fun of it 2 weeks ago, but I'm anticipating he'll probably use Zombie Horde or Unchained, Zombie Horde being another deck that I really hate. But theoretically, I think Dark Magician will be okay. It shouldn't hurt me that much, unless Rivalry of the Warlords is out. Either way, I think, as long as I have Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle on the field, and a Dark Magician in hand or grave, I can use those cards to just get rid of almost any floodgates. Well, that's the plan anyway. Unchained is kind of a bad matchup for Dark Magician though, because there's lots of cards that can destroy cards, but based on the modifications I've made for the tournament, I might be able to work around that. Who knows? I've no idea what Damien might bring to the table if he enters. I'm trying to remember all the decks that he plays. Like, I know he has Battle Wasps and Raid Raptors, but whether or not he'll play them, I don't know. But I'm not too worried about either of those decks, despite the cheeky burn cards and Ultimate Falcon being a thing, but Dark Magician does have ways to get over Ultimate Falcon, should it happen. We'll see. I just wonder what Giorgio might play, because he usually plays some sort of machine deck, but I have heard he's one of the people playing Draco Slayers, but there is also a chance he might play Unchained as well, or maybe one of the machine decks, Earth Machine, Drytron. So we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to think what the chances are that I might encounter something with Mystic Mine. Like, I doubt I'll encounter Mystic Mine Burn, but there is a chance it still could be used as a main or side card to steal games. This is the last tournament that it'll be able to be played in, thankfully, although I kind of wish the ban list was in effect now, but then again, it would mean that Flunderies could play 3 copies of Macro and D Fisher right now. I don't know. I mean, hopefully Mystic Mine won't come up, although I think out of all the decks that I have, Dark Magician can actually deal with it better than my other decks. Again, because I have Circle, Eternal Soul, Dark Magic Attack, so again I can just get a Dark Magician out onto the field and banish the Mystic Mine, should that happen. Yeah, Sprites or Splites might come up. I don't know whether or not to be worried about them. Now, I did play against them once, but I was using my Stardust Junk deck. I didn't find them too bad, really, but the only reason I struggled was because in both games I didn't draw into any tuners and couldn't get any synchro plays going. Of course, if it still plays Toad, then Toad could be an annoying problem, which I need to work around. But we'll see. And as for Endymion, well, fingers crossed and touch wood that should the matchup happen, Dark Magician will come out on top for once. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be fine. Hopefully I'll get the matchups that I want and not the matchups that I don't want, and so that way I can achieve both these goals in one felt swoop, before I have to deal with a more annoying version of Flunderies. Fingers crossed. I mean, doesn't really matter to me if I don't do that well in the tournament, or of course I don't win the whole thing. I'm not expecting that, but of course if I do win the tournament, that'll be an added bonus. That'll be icing on the cake. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up that high or set my expectations that high. As long as I can use that card against Flunderies, achieve this other mission, and avoid Sword Soul, Flunderies and Bestial, then it'll be all good. We'll see. I would say wish me luck, but there's plans to upload this or once I get back home from the tournament. So yeah, fingers crossed, and yeah, let's see how my glorious return to tournament goes. See if there's some tournament duels. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Magician YouTube channel.